Okay, in this topic we'll be doing clockwise rotation through 270 degrees. Now keep in mind that clockwise rotation through 270 degrees is also equivalent. Okay, let me write that down, it's not visible there. So that is also equivalent, or let me put it here, or anti-clockwise rotation through 90 degrees. Okay, this is simply saying that if you have a circle this way, clockwise rotation means 270 degrees. So therefore, let's consider from starting from here, you would then go all the way this way, which is then 270, which is the same thing as going anti-clockwise of 90 degrees. They will reach back to the same point. Okay, that's all what that means. Right there is the diagram. All right, so let's try work a problem. So the problem is as follows. Consider a triangle. Consider a triangle with vertices. Okay, the vertices of the triangle is as follows: -5, 3, -2, 1, and -1, 4 respectively. Okay, again remember, this simply means of the triangle. Did we give a label to the triangle? No, not yet. Well, let's call it A, B, C. This means this is for point A, this is for point B, and this is for point C. Okay, now find the image of triangle ABC under a clockwise rotation of 270 degrees about the origin. Okay, so that's what this means. So we consider triangle ABC, KLM, XYZ. It doesn't make any difference. It's just a label for a triangle. And these are three vertices of the triangle respectively, which are being given. And the minute they tell you respectively, you need to keep in mind that each one of them pertains to a particular one. Very important, this word. All right, so find the image of the triangle. So we'll be using our algebraic format. We're going to be going straight to the solution. So our solution to this problem will be as follows. Using the formula rotation of -270 degrees with a point or such a point xy will give us the negated y and just swap the x. So how this works: you swap the x and the y and you negate the y, which will then take the place of the x value, which is this spot. I'm not saying that the x becomes that they just change position, in the sense that the x will become the y value, the y will become the x value, but you negate that y value, that becomes negative. Okay, so let's continue with our solution to this problem here. All right, so we have the solution. We get rotation of 0, negative 270 degrees, such a point A, okay, and the point A is negative 5 and 3, and so the first thing to do is to swap them. So this becomes 3 and negative 5. However, the 3 needs to change sign, so it becomes negative. We don't change on the x value, which became the y. So swap them first of all, and then negate them, the new x value. The second point, 0, negative 270 degrees, such that the point B, which is negative 2 and 1, you then get to swap them. This becomes then 1 and negative 2, but then this becomes the negative of it, or its negated value, okay. And then the next point is 0, negative 270 degrees, such that point C is negative 4, negative 1 and 4, by first of all swapping them for negative 1 and negating the 4, which is negative 4. That is our solution. Hence, or therefore, the image coordinates of triangle PQR are ABC, you have A prime, negative 3, negative 5, B, put your comma there because it's grammar, right, proper writing, and C prime, or C complement, that some people may call it, negative 4, negative 1. And that's our solution for such thing. So clockwise rotation through 270 degrees is also the same thing as to say anti-clockwise rotation through 90 degrees, because this is what this means. So let's do this on a graph paper, and you need to keep this in mind. All right, so let me take the same graph paper here as before, because you can use it at the back, there's nothing wrong with it. And so we draw our Cartesian plane for us to use here. So we take here, I'm going to be using blue pen, and I will draw my line here. Okay, that's my center line, and I notice that my x values and my y values, the x values go from negative, x values will go from negative 5 to negative 1, the smallest, so that means everything will be on this side. The y values will go from positive 4, which will be at the top, to negative 5 to the bottom. So more or less we'll be using only one side of the graph paper, but nevertheless let's give its credit to the diagram. Okay, so we have here now, our image now. So we put here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. So we have our 3 points to plot. So point A was negative 5 and 3. Erase a little bit more. Point A was negative 5 and 3, negative 5 and positive 3, which is right here. Negative point B was negative 2 and 1, which is right here. And our next one was negative 1 and 4, which is right here. C, B, and A. I will be joining them again with red pen so that it is visible. Okay, we join them there. We join these points. Okay, so we join the 3 points. So these are 3 points which we started with. So now let's plot our other points, which is the image. So I go and I plot negative 3 and negative 5. You go negative 3 first and then negative 5, which is a prime. Then you go to b, which is negative 2 and negative 1, no, negative 1 and negative 2, which is right here, b prime, and then negative 4 and negative 1, which is c prime. So those are our points for our image of our triangle. Hence, we have just rotated our triangle through 90 degrees anti-clockwise or 270 degrees clockwise rotation about the origin. So that is how the image will look. Notice everything stayed to this side. Alright, so again, you put your diagram, your arrows in your diagram to show that they continue. That is for our graph. So remember, this is now, let me write it here, and I want you to keep this as notes: clockwise rotation through 270 degrees, or if they said anti-clockwise rotation through 90 degrees. So they mean the same thing, and the equation to use for this one here is rotation of a point negative 270 degrees is such that the point xy will be going to be swapped and make the new x position value it's negative. That is what we do. Okay, we negate it. The keywords are negated. Some people use negated, some people say make the negative of it, or make it with its minus sign, and so forth. Just remember, if the x value was negative, it became positive. If it's positive, it becomes negative, but you swap them before you negate the new x value.